In a way, nothing is important. Art is definitely not important in today's world. Not even a disclaimer, that's the reality. So the task is to make it important. I'm Madhusree Dutta. I'm an Indian filmmaker, curator. I have been a founding member and artistic director from 2018 to 2021. Akademie, the Künste, the Welt. It's a very ambitious name. Academy of the arts of the world. So not only the whole world, but also as many arts, which we can't count because we don't know how many kinds of arts are there. We are born with this name, given name. So now how do we look at it? It could be that we create a concept of the world, which is beyond our immediate. But it needs to be also in the context of the immediate. That means an institution in Cologne which is interested in making a relationship with the world. I think both has to be kept in mind all the time. What Cologne is made of, what has been Cologne's history, Cologne's experience, and Cologne's mistakes. And in order to counter and engage with that, what kind of world we want to curate. Because I'm not from Europe, but I'm quite familiar with the European scene. So when it comes to my personal memory or personal relationship with Akademie, it's all get jumbled up. It is about relationship with Cologne, relationship with Germany, the way Germany is today, in the context of where I come from, because I'm primarily that. I'm made of Indian experiences, Indian histories, and from that context, what kind of relationship I can make. So memories are formed by all these things, where you come from, what is your immediate past, what that taught you, and what gets challenged in your present. In our head, it's a kind of colonial image, like colonizers have an idea about the colonies, right? So German, British will have an idea what Indian cities are. Similarly, we also have a very cliché stereotype idea what is the Western European cities are, Western European institutions are. And of course they were challenged when I was actually living there, actually working, actually every morning getting up and thinking what I can do for this institution or with this institution. Many things got challenged. I have learned a lot. Not only the institution changed, but I also changed in these 10 years. So please don't use this interview after 5 years to show me, but you said this 5 years back, because I may change again. An institution like this is very important and it should be duplicated because our faith in nations are not so strong anymore. New internationalism needs to be imagined. You cannot show all the arts that have been practiced all over the world. You cannot do that. That is conceptual. And the conceptual is the new network, new solidarity, new form of post-internationalism network. And in that context, I now feel, and I did not feel it, mind you, when I was there, when I was working there at a day-to-day level, but now I feel, is that such an institution should happen in global north. Such institution can be facilitated maybe only in Europe. It's a big statement. Decolonization will not happen by returning old objects back. Objects have lots of meaning. So it's not a question of return, it's a question of going ahead. It's a question of learning to live together. And for that, so if there is real decolonization to happen, there has to be exchange, there has to be interface, and not an action in reaction to what happened in last century. It has to be a new action which has to crisscross. Europe can facilitate it. It is important. I mean, people many times say that why should I see an Ugandan, a Ghana performance only when I'm in Europe? What is called Global South, people's movements are very restricted. I'll give you a personal experience. China is a neighbor of India. So in that sense, I should have had many Chinese friends. I had none. I've never been to China, never even thought that I would manage to get a visa to go to China. And I know I had never had a Chinese friend. My first Chinese friend was in Cologne. And while talking to her, I realized that I share a history. I share a lifetime. I share a memory with her, but I would have never met her unless I was in Cologne. Europe must understand this reality and facilitate it. Thank you.